Oh, so those of you who've been following the saga of the bad back, it's not a bad back, it's an injured back or something. I had a back spasm a few weeks ago and my yoga practice sort of completely changed, or it just became slower and more intentional as I untangled my my poor spasmed lower back. It's loads better now, so I have been enjoying coming back to my practice. As we start moving towards our break from classes and towards the end of the summer holidays, a lot of people who would have normally been in class during the last, well, who would have normally been in class but have been online or doing whatever they can to keep on top of their practice, haven't been able to make it to the weekly classes with the regularity that they would have normally, just because school holidays have then sort of interjected and intervened with the opening up from the pandemic, etc. So specifically with those people in mind, particularly people who used to come on a Thursday regularly, and I'm hopefully going to see you all again in September when kids are back at school and whatnot, a vinyasa practice. And you know who you are, Ruth. I think our practices are fairly similar in style. So a recording of a fire practice, my practices are normally fire practices, and when I use that language, it's a metaphor, of course, obviously, of course it's a metaphor for a strong practice. And I do like big, strong gestures, and I do enjoy a lot of strength moves. So there's not going to be cueing really in this one, unless something pops to mind that I feel I need to say. It is a vinyasa practice. It will be strong. It is for experienced yoga practitioners. It is likely to be reasonably fast and quite packed. I'm inviting you into my personal practice, and I am recording this specifically with Ruth in mind. Anything that you don't like, switch it out for something that you do like. Take your breaks when you need them. Have any kit that you normally use around so that you can grab it. I mean, you got the video, so you can learn things that you don't know how to do. You can ask me. You can always contact me if you don't normally come to class, and I might put together a workshop, or you can come and have a go in a real life class. This is not the kind of practice I teach in classes. This is a video. I'm inviting you in. So let's come to child's pose. Oh, while I'm here, I will put a description of the class. So if you want to know what you're in for in advance, then have a look at the description. I might even put time codes in if that feels relevant. Probably not. And it won't be suitable if you're injured, if you're in recovery, if you're inexperienced or a beginner, if you don't know how to keep your body safe in a yoga practice, which is really super important, and it won't be suitable if you're pregnant. So otherwise, enjoy. Let's see what happens. I know roughly what I do, but it's going to be a slightly slower version since I'll be teaching it. It'll still be reasonably swift, I would imagine. Okay, we're just going to play with this practice and see where it takes us. Oh, and by the way, my balance is still really off from being injured. So you may end up, if you're watching, which you probably won't be, you may just watch me falling out of balancing quite a lot, falling out of side plank constantly. So that'll be something to look forward to. Let's come into child's pose. I'm going for a wide knee child's pose, but you could easily just have the knees closer together if your hips feeling a little tight to start with. Let's just start here. We're going to get straight into it. Plenty of heat. I don't want to spend forever on the breathing today. I've already done a couple of classes. This is really about energy. So let's reach out. Press the hips away, press the arms forward, stretch out the shoulders. You can press into the finger pads. Just enjoy this long stretch. And any variation of child's pose you want, you can always take any fidgets you want. This is my personal practice, so you
can adapt and shift and fidget in any way that makes it into your personal practice. Just using what I'm doing as a guide. And so what I want is to get some heat coming into the core. So when I say core, in this case, I need to build abdomen, but from knees all the way to shoulders, we need some warmth. So from here, gonna come up to a melting heart position. So hips over the knees, stretch the arms forward, reach, 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 reach. If you get a good enough stretch in from child's pose, then you may not need to do this, but it is the direction that we're going in. Just a little bit longer, reach away. And start to experiment with your blocks if you want to, Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. Ujjayi breath, if that is your usual preference. All right, let's bring the hands in. We're going to come to all fours. We're going to do a little bit of dynamic thread the needle. So let's firm or hollow through the abdomen if you tend to hollow rather than firm. Let's inhale, draw the right arm up towards the ceiling, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, squeeze the abdomen in, reach the arm across, twist, floating that arm, reaching. Inhale to open your twist. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Reach away. Inhale, open up. And exhale, reach. Let's hold there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Other side. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Squeezing the abdomen. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. If you want to go softly, you can float between these postures. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open up one last time. Exhale, we're going to hold. 3, 2, 1. And let's come back to all fours. You can do this on forearms or high. I'm just going to stay high for the moment. Cat-cow practice. So let's soften the abdomen for a moment. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your tailbone. Open up. Exhale, round spine. Ripple through the spine. Get some good movement in there. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. So your movements really do need to feel long, sinewy, lots of lengthening, lots of space. It's not compression in this movement, not loads of compression. Exhale, round. Come to neutral. Tuck the toes, press into the arms, and lift the knees just an inch. Firm the abdomen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Flatten out the feet. Side to side cat-cow. Exhale to squeeze. Right shoulder, right hip. Inhale to center. Exhale, left shoulder, left hip. Inhale to center. Just keep rolling from side to side. Building heat. Remember, if your wrists ache or your hands, you can come down onto forearms. Last one, over to the left. Come back to center, shoulders back, extend the right leg, all 5 toes pointing down, hips square with the ground, extend the left arm, reach, 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 pull belly in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Extend, all 5 toes pointing down, arms reaching forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Oops, clicky ankle. Let's extend again. Extend the right leg back, left arm forward. Take the left hand back, scoop up that right leg. pull it up. This is just a fancy way of stretching the quad. Release. Other side, and arms are starting to work. Left leg back, right arm forward, reach, sweep that right arm back, pick up your left foot, open it up. Feels good. It feels good for the hip flexors, for the quads. And release. Let's walk the hands forward. Stretch out again, melting heart. That's fine, soften down. Just take a little breather for the arms. And let's bring the forearms underneath the shoulders. Nice and square through the spine, nice and long, nice and square through the shoulders rather, nice and long through the spine. Tuck the toes and lift the hips into dolphin, a little pedal. Stop to stretch out the backs of the legs. Love dolphin pose. I do dolphin pose a lot. I should say, those who don't want this deep inversion so quickly, you could be in downward facing dog, there's nothing to stop you. And let's do a little hip opening here while we warm up shoulders and arms. So inhale, take the right leg up high, open up the right hip, just twist those hips over to the side, have some ankle circles. Arms are getting strong. And release. Over to the other side, lift, reach. Take that hip open, circles. And release. Feels good. So if you're able to, you might have to shuffle your feet back with your arms forward. Let's reach forward into a forearm plank. Good and strong. Gaze forward. Belly pulls in. Let's lower down all the way to the ground. And here we are in Sphinx. Really nice. Shoulders back. Chest forward. Gazing forward. Have a little bit of a twist here. So settle in. I'm keeping my legs in line with my hips because I'm going to keep the heat and the strength in the body. You can go wider if you want. On an exhale, right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, twist. Just going to gaze for a moment down the side of the body. It's in the chest, this movement. Inhale to center, open up, exhale, twist to the right, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Lovely stuff. Let's come back to center. Lower all the way down to the ground. Forehead comes down. Weave your fingers behind your back, palms together. Draw the shoulders back. Lift the chest. Gaze forward. Hard to breathe in this posture. And if you can, just reach those arms back. You might need more back bending. You might not be ready for this. All right, if it's not working for you. Exhale to release. Hands down by the sides, by the chest. Let's do some little back bends. Let's press into the hands. Open up into Cobra. Just work with your breath. Inhale in Cobra, exhale down. I'm fairly warm, so you start with a baby Cobra and then you build. Open up when you're ready. Exhale down. Just keeping the pelvis on the ground. Shoulders back, open up, and exhale down. Let's tuck the toes. You can come back to downward facing dog by knees, or if you feel warm enough, you can push up into plank, whatever suits. And then when you're ready, downward facing dog, or meet in downward facing dog. I'm just going to move to the center of my mat a bit more. Ooh. Enjoy your dog. Relax your neck. Have a pedal. And let's swing the heels from side to side. You work at your own pace. If you want a deeper, longer stretch, you can stay in it. I find this more useful, a deeper, longer stretch, but some people like to swing from side to side. I'm just letting my hips sink to the left. When ready, roll over to the right, sink the hips to the right, toes pointing to the left. Inhale to center. Lovely. Let's pick up the right leg high, high, high. High as it'll go. And we will step the right foot through all the way to the front of the mat. Wardrobe adjustment, as always. Settle into your runner's lunge, chest forward. So really spacious runner's lunge. Let's just bring both sets of hands to the inside of the right leg. You can settle into your right hand. Now, I like to keep this lunge high, but you can lower down your left knee if you wish to. And I'm just going to press into the inside of my right thigh and roll my right leg onto its side. A, I want to stay switched on. B, I don't yet want to put too much pressure into my knees. That comes in. And let's lengthen out into extended pyramid pose. So just lengthening out both sets of legs, reaching back into a half lift. Exhale to release down, but lightly. Back to runner's lunge. Let's step it forward, all the way to the front of the mat. Relax into a soft forward fold. And let's have monkey. Half lift, fingertips to the floor or hands to the shins. Lengthen up. Exhale, soften down, standing forward fold. Just be gentle on the backs of the legs. It's very early, the legs are not warm. Soften the knees, sit your bum back. Press into your feet, use the strength in your thighs to lift up the flat back, reach for the ceiling. And let's weave all the fingers together. Roll the palms up. Keep the hips square, exhale over to the right. Swaying palm. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to center. And exhale, release the arms all the way down and behind the back. Again, let's make that fist. Squeeze it into your lower back. As you inhale, lift your heart, press your hips forward, squeeze your elbows together, just open up. Whatever is a comfortable back bend for you right now. Inhale, slowly back up, reach the arms all the way back and down. You can use a strap for this, it's better for you. On an exhale, soften the knees, hinge from the hips, come forward into double angle pose. This is just with legs under hips, so not wide-legged posture at this stage. Soften down, no pushing, no shoving, relax the neck, relax the arms, let the shoulders roll if they want to. If it feels bad, leave it out. And from here, I'm going to just press into the feet a little bit more firmly, dip the knees again, come up. You can release your arms first if you want, or you can make your way up, all the way up to the top, and then exhale, back bend. Inhale to center. Exhale, relax, some loose shoulder rolls. I'm just going to have to tuck myself in. It's not a well-planned wardrobe situation, but I cannot be held responsible for the shortcomings of sportswear. I refuse. So let's come to the front of the mat. If you're not already in your version of Tadasana, place yourself in it. Tadasana should be a comfortable standing position, switched on. So there are sometimes many, many different cues. I'm just going with what feels comfortable in my body. Heart lifted. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, soft forward fold, all the way down. Inhale, half lift or monkey. Exhale, release from the hips. Soften down. Just sun salutation here. Step it back to plank to start with. Nice, strong plank. Okay, so if you normally do chaturanga, then you've got chaturanga in your practice. Otherwise, this is how it goes. You need to shift your shoulders forward, come onto your tippy toes, bend the elbows, tuck them in, halfway down, roll over the toes, and lift up into upward facing dog. You can come all the way to the ground first couple of times, see how you get on. When you're ready, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. So I cannot roll over my toes at the moment because my feet are all bashed up. but that's okay, doesn't matter. Down facing dog, let's have another breath. Let's pick up the right leg, stretch it up high. Exhale, step it forward. Let's have a twist. Right hand stays down, left arm draws up, just twist, twist, twist. I really like a grounded twist like this. Exhale, right arm down, step it forward with the left. Standing forward fold. Soften the knees, inhale to reach up, all the way to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release from the hips. Once again, I'm going to step back to plank. Right leg, left leg, plank. Try it again. Tip forward onto your tiptoes. Elbows tucked in, lower down halfway with control. Roll over the toes. Upward facing dog. Down facing dog. Breathe. Left leg high. Step it through. Right arm down, left arm up, twist, reach up. Left arm down, step forward. Soften from the hips, relax. Bend the knees, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release from the hips. Step or jump back. Plank, chaturanga. Roll over, upward dog. Downward dog. One breath. Look to the front of the mat. Hop, step, or walk to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Back to plank or chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Breathe. Look forward. Make your way to the front of the mat. Standing forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's breathe here. Stay here for a moment. One more breath. Three-legged dog on the right, right leg high. And exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Come forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, all the way forward, high lunge. Settle in. Step left leg forward. Soften, standing forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down facing dog. Breathe. Left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, high. Exhale, step all the way through. And we just need to open this hip. We didn't do it on the left. So let's bring both hands to the inside of the left leg. Remember, you can have your right knee down or up. Put your left hand on the inside of that left thigh and just draw it out. No weird movements on the ankle here. Just opening up the hip. Let's come back to center. Extended pyramid pose on the left. Yeah, it's a little bit late in the day, but hey, it's just for fun. It's just for fun. You're in a half lift right now, so if you start to soften, you can release. Inhale, come up, back into your runner's lunge, step the right foot forward. Soften in. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. And let's come back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Let's pick up that right leg, take it up high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale high. Exhale, twist right knee, left elbow. Inhale high. And exhale, step through. Just get stable. Inhale, reach up, crescent lunge. Settle in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, revolve, warrior two. So, right knee's bent, left leg extended. Reach. Settle in. And reverse it, reach back, open up. I'm always reaching up for the ceiling. Gaze into the hand if you want. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Your variation doesn't have to be all the way to the ground. Inhale, reach up, warrior two. Cartwheel the arms down. Runner's lunge, prepare for side plank. Left hand stays grounded, right foot back to left, or stacked or staggered. Reach up with the right arm. Exhale, plank. Just take a moment to arrange yourself into a good plank. Chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog, at your own pace. All these vinyasas are optional. Another breath, several. Pick up the left leg high, sweep it forward, so it's left knee, left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, twisting across the body. Inhale up. Exhale, step through into your runner's lunge. Inhale, reach up, crescent lunge. Warrior two, other side. So left arm forward, right arm back, rotate. There is your warrior two. Comfortable? Breathe. On an exhale, reach back, reverse it. Actually reach your left arm up, up, up. So really long in your left side of your body. You can gaze up if you want. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach away. Nice and strong. Inhale, warrior two. Cartwheel the arms down. Prepare for side plank on the right. Right hand grounded, rotate your whole body. Stack or stagger the feet. Take the left arm up, reach up. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Keep breathing. Okay, so let's pick up the right leg high. Step it all the way forward to the outside of your right hand. Chest keeps driving forward. Step your left foot forward. Garland pose or malasana, those who go in for the Sanskrit. It's a bit late in the day for that. There's very little Sanskrit in my practice. This is sitting in your garland pose. If you like this, you can stay here. you want to try for crow, or you can practice building crow here. Got to have a tight bind with the legs. So I like to keep those knees really, really close in. And you need your chaturanga arms. So the elbows are staying bent, and you can't see, but I have got the backs of my thighs sitting on my triceps here. I'm coming on to sit toes, bringing my hands to the mat. Now, this is new to me, my way of doing it, so I don't know if it'll work. Shifting weight forward into my hands, roll the toes over, nice long neck. Let's see if those toes will lift. There we go. Crow. From here, some people can jump all the way back. I can't. I'm going to bring my feet down, back into garland, and maybe jumping back from this squat. There we go, plank. Just going to wiggle back a little bit. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. And breathe. Nice big breaths. We're going to do a little bit more side plank. So let's pick up the right leg, step it all the way through into your runner's lunge. Let's reach up, crescent lunge. Breathe hands together behind your back, sweep forward, double angle pose in your lunge. It's quite a strong balance, wobbling around a bit. Inhale, lead with the chest as you come back up. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands down. Let's have the left hand down. Rotate, ready for side plank on the left. So just going to roll back, side plank. Take a moment to arrange yourself. Reach up, extend your arm if you can. I'm gazing forward now. If you can, pick up your right leg and crunch, knee to elbow. Reach away, crunch, reach away. Crunch, reach away, and bring your right foot over the top so the foot is on the floor in front of you. Take your arm across. If you can, sink your hip down. Right arm extends over to the right, you gaze away. Really, really nice stretch. Inhale up and over. Let's go to down facing dog. Breathe for a moment. You can be in child's pose. You don't have to. We're going to breathe a couple more breaths. You can be in child's pose. Nice. Let's pick up the left leg, sweep it up high, sweep it forward into your runner's lunge. Nice and open. When you're ready, inhale, take the arms up high, crescent lunge. Sweep the arms back, weave the fingers together, open up the chest. If you can, all the way forward. Double angle pose in your lunge. Some people will call this a humble warrior. It really is in many ways. Inhale up. Reach the arms up, hands to the ground, side plank on the right. So just going to rotate. Take your time to build your plank. It's no good if your plank feels sort of wonky. Reach up, take your arm across, left arm across, lift up your left leg if you can, and crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, release. Bring that left foot in front, knee lifted. Exhale, lower the hip down. Take your left arm back in line, pointing towards the toes behind you. Sink in, really nice. Let's inhale to lift, roll all the way over, step back down, facing dog. Okay, let's just recharge for a moment. We're going to bring knees down, take the legs out wide, reach back. Stretch out, just give your arms a little bit of a rest. Palms together, thumbs crossed, elbows shuffle forward. Let's just take the thumbs to the back of the head. You need to come back to the breath. Just see how you are feeling. So a couple more little fun maneuvers, one for each side, and then we can come towards the bigger, stretchier things. Okay, let's take the arms forward. Bring the knees in. Okay, so let's sit back, reach back. We are going to come to downward facing dog. So let's lift, downward facing dog. Just see how you feel. If your arms are running out of energy, then you might just need to stay and rest until we come to pigeon pose, which we will shortly. Okay, let's reach forward into plank. Enjoy this. Reach forward, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hop forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Step the right, no, let's step the left foot back. Let's start on the left. We're going to come into side plank again. So, side plank, right hand to the ground, left arm on top. Take your left arm up. Now, top leg, left leg, go to the floor behind you. We're going to lift into wild thing. So, lift your hips, flatten out your right leg, circle your arm around the back, wild thing. Now we're going to make this into a very fancy side plank. So when you're ready, roll yourself back. You're going to bring the left hand back to the left, rotate your right foot all the way around. If you can, pick up your left toes with your right arm and extend. So this is fallen triangle, but with a lifted leg. Release, plank, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Look forward to the front of the mat. Make your way forward, forward fold. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Step the right foot back. High lunge. Plank on the, yeah, I've done this back front. Okay, plank going to the left. So left foot back, right foot on top, pick up, reach up. So yes, I did that back to front, but it doesn't matter. Hopefully you will have figured it. So right foot drops behind you. Rotate your whole body back. So the left foot flattens out. Reach back with your arm. Right arm reaching back, wild thing. Sweep the arm around, back to the right. Rotate your left foot round. Flatten it out. Pick up your right toe. Extend. Love this posture. Downward facing dog. Child's pose. Just normal child's pose. Whatever you enjoy. Release. Now, I really enjoy that little sequence, and I did snarl it up. So I'm going to do it again. You can leave in, take out anything you want. After this, we're going to wind down, stretch it out, release. I said this was going to be a vinyasa practice. It really truly is, just a slightly different type of vinyasa practice. Okay, let's reach the arms forward. We'll just give it another go. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Pick up the right leg high, step it through. Runner's lunge. Plant the left hand. We're going into side plank on the left. So rotate onto the left, stack the legs, reach your right arm up. This might be where you stop. If you're ready for wild thing, pick up your right leg, put it on the floor behind you solidly. Rotate, lift your hips towards the ceiling, reach your arm back. Right arm reaching back. When you're ready, windmill that arm up and over. Down, it's a one-legged downward dog. Rotate your right leg underneath your left, flatten out your left foot. Hold on to your right toes and extend. This has a name, I just don't know what it is. Other side, you got the heat. You can break, pause. If you're ready, left leg up. Exhale, step through. Right hand planted, rotate to the right, side plank. Top leg, left leg goes over behind you. Lift the hips, reach back, wild thing. Sweep the arm forward and up. Downward facing dog, pick up your left leg, rotate all the way to the right. Pick up your left toes with your right hand, extend. Done. Downward facing dog. Ready for pigeon pose on the right. Pick up the right leg up high. Sweep it forward. Right knee to right wrist. Take the leg across, best of your ability. Ooh, sink into pigeon. That was good. Lift the heart, gaze forward. Open up. Walk hands forward if you want to come down. So sometimes it's nice to come into sleeping swan. However, if you're hot, I think it's better to leave some space between yourself and the ground. So I like to stay up, at least in the summer, I prefer to stay up high. In the winter, I'm more likely to come all the way, but just be where it's comfortable for you. Come back to the breath. Okay, so if you like pigeon, you can always stay exactly where you are. I just want to do a little bit of a stretch here. So I'm going to put the hands back in. I'm going to pick up my left leg, stretched out behind me. I'm going to open this twist actually. So I'm going to keep my right hand on the floor. I'm going to take my left hand back. So you can do this the opposite way around, but I'm hot, so I want to keep my twist open. Just make sure the shoulders are going back. Probably be a bit better if I had a block. Some people can bring their hips all the way to the ground. Congratulations if that's you. I'm not able to, but what I'm looking for is a stretch along my left quad and my hip flexor, and it feels good. So this is good enough for me. Sweaty. Okay, let's release. I'm going to step it back. A little dog, three-legged scorpion leg, just floppy, turn some ankle circles. Release, other side, pick up the left leg, left knee to left wrist, take the foot across, settle in, come up high. You just need to reach in through the crown of the head. So usually, if I were doing a recording for Ruth, which I am, yes, normally I would have a wheel in my practice, and I'm tempted to put one in, but then this recording will be very, very long, so we're winding down instead. I'll do another practice, which will have
all of the inversions and wheel and all of that fun stuff in as well. We've done a lot of back bending. You've had 4 wild things. So hopefully that's quite enough. When you're ready, come forward. And, you know, the thing to remember is if shoulder stand, headstand, handstand are in your practice, you can put those in. If you've got time at the end of the practice, at the end of this practice, before you take your Shavasana, have at it. Have your headstand, shoulder stand, handstand. In this practice and any practice like that, I'm not likely to teach it. I would never teach those postures unless I was in the room. But more importantly, for a lot of people, there are too many danger points. So I think you have the space and the time to put in your practice. If it were me practicing on my own, if this wasn't a recording, in my personal practice, I would take longer. And after pigeon, I would be doing some dynamic bridge followed by wheel. Then I would do shoulder stand and all the variations that I like. Then I would do headstand. And then I would finish with handstand. And I'd probably spend quite a long time with handstand because I just love it. I just love handstand. I might even skip headstand altogether. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. And really, technically speaking, when you're ready, you can come up and open up your twist if you want to. Really, technically speaking, the right way around to do it would be to do your back bends, then handstand, then shoulder stand, and then headstand as a meditative practice. The reason I leave handstand to last is because I like it, and I always like to leave the best to last. So, so that's my own personal quirk after wheel. So just keep in mind that we are plenty warm enough for any arm balances, any inversions that you enjoy. So let's release here. Let's take it back, downward facing dog. Let's take the left leg up, open up the hip, have a good stretch out here. Bring the knees down. Rotate the feet around. It's a strong practice. Let's lower down onto the backs. Quite tempted to do wheel anyway. Let's bend the knees. Bring the knees in towards the chest. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Those of you for whom this practice has been plenty long enough and who do not have advanced back bends or inversions in your practice, this is you done. So when you've had your little rock and roll, you can have a little bit of a shake out, arms and legs in the air. You can have your relaxation with your legs up the wall. A little bit of ankle circles, wrist circles. So this is one thing you can do. Legs up the wall is an inversion and it's a great place for Shavasana. For those of you who want to stay on, and I'm not teaching these, I'm just going to work through them. So you're not going to get taught how to do it if you don't do it, and you mustn't do it if it's not in your practice. Lower the legs down. So if it's not in your practice, if wheel, headstand, shoulder stand, handstand, not in your practice, then this class is done. You can rest, unwind, come to the breath. Let's just see what happens. If you're staying, prepare that little upside down maneuver. What's that called? There's a name for that, I can't remember. I think it's called embryo, something like that. Okay, it's preparing us for a little bit of wheel. So first of all, bridge. If you think you're going to lift into wheel, if you're not lifting into wheel, then don't worry too much. If you're lifting into wheel, then we just want to tuck the shoulders over so we get a really good strong back bend in our first round of bridge. Arms quite close to the body, feet close to the sitting bones. Prepare yourself. I want a few rounds of dynamic bridge first, just to prime the spine. I really hate going into any version of bridge without warming through, rolling up, rolling down. So just working with the breath. Everything we do now needs to be
Focused, centered, present. These are dangerous postures. They're really, really dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, and I cannot stress that enough. I'm not talking about, oh, that hurt, dangerous. I'm talking about you can seriously hurt yourself. There's a lot of effort, and that effort is in parts of the body that are very unstable and easily damaged. So first, back bend, and keep assessing whether you're going to stop. We're going to lift up high with the hips. Tuck the shoulders underneath you, weave fingers together. Lift the chest, and you need to keep your neck drawing away from your chest, your chest drawing up towards your neck. No compression. Now, I really dislike this posture, actually. I used to love it. But since we're back bending, I am going to bring my elbows to the floor and just sit my waist on my hands. There's no strength here, but it's a big back bend. I don't know what's happened, but I have lost interest in the Yoga Mudra bind, in shoulder stand. I used to, in bridge, I used to really like it. I think there are other ways of getting a nice sensation. This is one of them for me. And so if this is your back bend, you can release, have a rock and roll, rest. If you know you want your inversion, you can head towards that if you want. Now, I never spend very long in wheel. I just need to move down the mat a little bit. So if you do want wheel, you know what to do. Hands on the floor, by the sides of the head. Fingers pointing down, and make sure those arms are feeling really strong. I don't lift onto the top of my head. I just go all the way up into wheel. If you do tend to tip into your head, you must not put any weight through your head at all. This is for people with strong arms. So press into the feet. When you're ready, push up and lift. I prefer tippy toes myself. Ready? Soften down. No weight in the head. All the way down, shoulders, roll it down, hands down by the sides. This is a great time for shoulder stands. So let's rock from side to side a little bit. You're going to come back into bridge. The resting variation on the hands if you want. So let's lift, lift, lift. Roll up into bridge. Then elbows down, hands under the waist. Only if shoulder stand is in your practice. You can walk your feet in, lift up one leg, lift up the other leg, hands rest on the small of the back there, tuck the elbows in. Do not turn your head under any circumstances. It's so wonky. Lengthen up the leg, lengthen, lengthen. Now plough. So what we want here really is plough or some variation. So let's take the right leg back, toes press down into the ground if you can. So the left leg back. You can do legs up the wall. Arms can come down by the sides, or if you're all right, take the hands up, hold under the toes. Now, you could stay here, but I like to release my knees lightly to my forehead. Point the toes, elbows come down to the ground by the sides, fingers point up. I'm going to hold on to the small of my back. Lengthen the legs back up. I don't want to stay here for ages. I never like being in shoulder stand for too long. Arms come down to the ground. Tip the legs back and start to roll, roll, roll the spine down. Now, you need to be careful. Use your strong core to control this movement. As soon as your spine is mostly down, bend the knees, feet flat to the floor, arms out wide. Lengthen through. I just need to lengthen through my spine. Lower the knees over to the right. This is not a big tight twist. It's a gentle Loose twist, turn your head to the left. When you're ready, inhale to center, just make sure the spine is long. When you come back to center, no waving off in different directions. Take the knees over to the left, head turns to the right. Now we've had back bend and inversion. So this is sufficient. I think we are ready for Shavasana at this point. If so, I know myself well enough, and I know that after I switch this off, I'm going to spend the next half an hour playing with handstand. And if you've got the time, there's no reason why, if it's in your practice, you shouldn't do that. Because your big inversions, your big arm balances, they really require you to be calm. They are meditative postures. It is not a good idea to throw yourself into practices like headstand, particularly headstand. And handstand from a place of feeling frenetic and not present. So the things that we have done, these inversions that we've done, the cooling down, these twists, they're all really good preparation for those handstands, for those inversions. Handstand requires a lot more heat. So if you are going to do handstand as your practice, you need to keep your Shavasana a little shorter, wind down, switch this video off, and while the heat and the strength is still in your body, if you have any, you can go and workshop your handstand practice, whatever that is for you. For headstand, it really doesn't matter, because headstand, if it's in your practice, you know it's a meditative movement. It is a floating process. So I don't find that headstand really requires a lot of strength. If it's in your practice, you can have Shavasana and then use headstand as your closing seal for your practice. So you choose what you want. Take your time, make your decisions. Do not let your body cool down too much if you're going into a handstand practice. But do allow yourself at least 5 breaths. So I'm just going to take the legs wide, arms wide, and start to relax. And you can have as long as you want it in your Shavasana. This has been an energetic practice, so you may need blankets or jumpers. You might cool down a lot. Take your time. Congratulate yourself. Hopefully, whatever you're feeling feels good in your body. Let the breath soften. Enjoy the feeling of the body being supported. So you can go ahead and have, as long as you can take, as long as you have available for your relaxation, take your time, breathe. I want to say there's no rush, but I have made this video with 2 people in mind, me and Ruth. For me, there's no rush. Ruth has 2 young lads living under her roof and a bigger lad as well. So I know for you, Ruth, time is not, it's a premium, the best of times. So I hope you have enough time to unwind, but take it where you can, as you need it. I hope you've enjoyed this practice, whether you are Ruth or whether you are anybody else. Have a great day, evening, week, whatever it is for you. Thanks for joining me.